Liverpool came into their preseason clash with Milan full of optimism. They've arguably had the best transfer window of any team this summer, namely signing Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Florian Wirtz, and Hugo Ekitike. Arne Slot's team looks set to pack a firmer punch, even than they did during their Premier League-winning campaign, and things could get even better. Indeed, the Reds are favorites to land Alexander Isak after the Swede made the hierarchy at Newcastle know that he'd like to explore an exit this summer. That positivity, however, was not enough to carry them to a win over Milan, who defeated Slot's side 4-2. Work to do then, largely at the back where options look sparse centrally for Liverpool. Still, they seem intent to taking steps to add more to the forward line. Who could replace Nunez and Diaz at Liverpool? Any moves Liverpool complete between now and the end of the summer are likely to depend on what happens to Darwin Nunez and Luis Diaz. It's largely been expected that the former takes his leave, but where he ends up feels a little uncertain right now. As for Diaz, his future will be in Munich, with Bayern having agreed to sign the Colombian winger for a fee of around £65 million. Should Nunez leave alongside Diaz, then the Reds could turn their attention to a record-breaking bid for Isak. Yet, with Ekitike already through the door, signing an out-and-out replacement for Diaz would make a great deal more sense. That's where Liverpool's wide options come into the equation. Another Toon star in the form of Anthony Gordon has been linked, but that feels unlikely. What's more likely is concluding a deal for Real Madrid winger Rodrigo. That's according to reports in Spain. Reports a few weeks ago noted that Liverpool had begun talks to sign the Brazilian, and now they are said to be leading the race to sign him. It's alleged that Arsenal are now out of the race for the Madrid star, making the Reds firm favorites. That being said, they will have to sell in order to find a move for a player being valued at around £87 million. That's certainly a lot of money, but for a player compared to Wirtz, it's easy to see why they've cast their eyes in the direction of the 24-year-old. How Rodrigo compares to Florian Wirtz. Described as the best midfielder in the world by former Leverkusen striker Patrick Helms, it was some coup to get Wirtz to Anfield this summer. Many think the classic number 10 has died out, but in Wirtz, you sense Liverpool have signed the heir to Kevin De Bruyne's throne. He's a creative machine, having assisted 15 goals last season, but he's also more than competent in front of goal, netting 16 times in all competitions. Not just capable of playing through the middle, Wirtz has also found a home in wide areas, just like Rodrigo. The Brazilian isn't much of a number 10, however, like Wirtz, he's played as a false 9 and out wide. His statistical data is also very similar. Indeed, according to FBref, the German is the 7th most similar attacking midfielder and winger to Rodrigo in Europe's top 5 leagues over the last year. Here's why. While Wirtz's output is supremely better, Rodrigo scored 14 and assisted 11 in all completions. Their data was comparable in other areas. Looking at the numbers, it was actually the real winger who bettered Wirtz for key passes per 90 minutes, although only marginally. In the dribbling department, their ability to manipulate the ball in tight areas and advance beyond the defense is uncanny. They're dazzling with possession at their feet, something that's backed up by the fact that they both average over 5 progressive carries per 90. A carry is considered progressive if the ball is moved towards the opponent's goal at least 10 yards from its starting point or is carried into the penalty area. Teammates clearly recognize that too, as they receive an identical number of progressive passes, underlining their ability to be given the ball between the lines where they can impact proceedings in the final third. While Rodrigo did go 17 games without a goal at one stage in 2024-25, his ability is obvious, and if you're a player earning comparisons to Wirtz, it's clear you're a very talented footballer. After all, he is a world-class superstar, in the words of Luka Modric. For Liverpool, this would be a great move if Diaz departs.